everyone, we're going to graph the rational function f of x. And the graph of a rational function has two or more branches, and the branches of the graph approach lines called asymptotes. So when we graph rational functions, we graph them based off the asymptotes. They're going to be our framework for the graphing. The vertical asymptote is where it's undefined. So if you look at this function here, it's undefined at x equals 0. So x equals 0, because it's undefined, it can never be 0, is going to be your vertical asymptote. Your horizontal asymptote needs to be a little more conceptual. So what that means is it's the line where the value of the function approaches some value where the absolute value of x increases. So basically what it's saying, like if you put in, let's say, we'll just do y equals 2 divided by 10, that gives you 0.2. So we're going to keep increasing that value. I know there's supposed to be a 0 in front, and the more it increases, this gets closer and closer to 0, but it'll never be 0. So the bigger this number gets, you're going to get really close depending on how big this number is, but it never will hit 0. So that means since it's getting closer and closer to 0, our horizontal asymptote is going to be y equals 0. And then we can graph based off that. So let's go ahead and graph our asymptotes. So we have a vertical asymptote. It's like a ghost line at x equals 0. And we have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. So this one's y equals 0. And now you just pick a few key points, and the more you graph this, the easier it gets. But let's plug in 1. So if I plug in 1, 1's going to be 2. So you can do a table of values. Plug in 1, you get 2. So we do that. Now, I want to know what's going on because it can't cross the vertical asymptote. So if I plug in 1/2, so 2 divided by 1/2 is 4. So that would go to 4. All right. And if I plug in, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. If I plug in 4, then that's going to be 1/2. And you really just need to graph a few points. So let's graph this. And this is one of the branches. Like this. And it's going to get closer and closer. So as x gets bigger and bigger, as x gets bigger and bigger, it gets closer and closer to 0. Now let's see what's going on the other side. So if you plug in -1, you get -2. Why did I put -1? So -2. And the same thing's going to happen. This is going to go to 4. And if you go to 4, it goes to 1/2. So these are your two branches like that. All right. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.